Look, I got a light back there. I'm sorry about the light just shining directly behind us. I'm sitting waiting on my daughter. I don't like that light. And put my head, if I can put my head in the way. I think I can put my head in the way. Good night. What's going on? You all come on in. I never did a late night live. So since I'm waiting on my baby, I will do a live, right? I can utilize my time wisely and talk to you all. Come on in. This is Late Night Chronicles here. Late Night Car Chronicles. Come on in. Hey, Joanne. Come on in. It's late. I'm leaning over because this light shining directly in my face. So I'm leaning over here. Come on in. Late Night Car Chronicles with the chosen ones. Come on in. Come on in. I was just thinking, I was sitting here. I love being in my head. I love thinking and, I love thinking and just going over things and scenarios and just going over, hey, Betsy, just thinking about just things, you think about things you've experienced in your past life and before your awakening, before you have awakened, okay? I just think about things that were just unnecessarily, I don't know, I don't, what is the word for unnecessary? Yeah, just unnecessary. One thing I've noticed about, hey Betsy. Oh, I'm not that. I don't believe in zodiac signs. I'm not an Aquarius though. I don't believe in I don't subscribe to zodiac signs. I used to be into all of that, but once I learned the spiritual implications of identifying with things other than what God said, other than who God says I am, I don't really subscribe to a lot of things. I'm trying to come out of a lot of the traditions and worldly things that we just do that just seems normal. So I'm just trying to, I'm coming out of a lot of that. So I don't even identify with zodiac signs anymore. I used to. I'm not going to be hypocritical. I used to always be, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this. No, I'm not that. I had to rebuke and repent for all that craziness. But what I was getting ready to talk about, one thing I've noticed, right, when you are, hey Keisha, I'm up late. All is well, dear. Late Night Car Chronicles. I'm waiting for my daughter. I got some time, so I'll chit chat with you all until she comes. May not chit chat long because I think that's not her. But what I was getting ready to say, one thing about a chosen one, we tend to we'll suffer. We'll suffer along with you. We'll suffer. I don't know why we're like that, but we give people chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. We're a broken record. That's why people don't take us serious. A lot of times people take our kindness for weakness. They take the kindness for like a weakness. They think you're naive. People think you're naive. They think people think you're stupid when you give them chance after chance after chance. But unfortunately, we're built in a way where the world takes advantage of people like that, right? The world takes advantage. I'm trying to put my head in the light. See the lights back there? The world takes advantage of people who are nice and kind and who gives them chances, because when you give people chances, people feel like they can disrespect you, when you keep giving them chance after chance, they see that as a weakness. But you're so different from people. They see that as a weakness, but you see it as having grace. You see how, when you're chosen, you just think different, because you once had issues or you have issues, so you tend to give people more grace and you tend to be more understanding. But then sometimes people take that, grace as weakness. You tend to suffer along with people and you tend to be more understanding. You give people the benefit of a doubt, what that thing is they call benefit of the doubt. But in this season, you can't be giving people benefits of the doubt. You don't have any more benefits of the doubt to give. Okay? You don't have any more benefits. You can still have grace, but, we have to listen to and pay attention to who people are, right? Who they show us the first time. When people show me something the first time, I believe it. I don't care how nice you are after that. I'm going to remember the first time. I am going to remember the first time. We have no more benefits of the doubts. We have no more benefit of the doubts to give, no more. But I'm learning to believe people for who they show me the first time. The first time. Because people will show you who they are. We just have to believe them. Sometimes we don't believe them. Because, like I say, when you're chosen, you tend to have more grace with people. People see that as a weakness. People see that. See, we know us so well. Look, chosen ones, we know us so well. We know that we have to give people grace. We know we have to be kind and be, long suffering with people, because once we pass this certain threshold, I talked about this a while ago. Once we pass this certain threshold, we don't want to deal with people, and we don't care who it is. It can be blood. It can be a spouse. It can be a best friend. It could be people you knew for years. It's 10:10 on my on my clock in my car. It was just 10:10. That John 10:10. Y'all look that up. But we don't care who it is. But once we pass that certain threshold, we're done. We're done with people. We're done. And we don't easily throw people away. People think that when we stop dealing with folks, it's because we could easily throw people away. We don't easily. When you're chosen, it's hard for us to get rid of people. It's hard for us to stop dealing with people. When we really stop dealing with people, we've crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, gave them chance after chance after chance. We've done our due diligence. We've done the work to make sure that we're good. We've done the work. We've looked at ourselves. We've done all the work. We looked at ourselves. We changed. We did everything. We have done what we needed to do. We can't be responsible for what no one else does. We can't be responsible for what they do. But we've done all the work on ourselves. And once we get past a certain threshold, it's like we're done. Like, you can have this relationship, you can have this friendship, you can have whatever you try, you can have whatever. But once we get past a certain to a certain threshold, that's it. Like, it's like we're done. We don't want to deal with folks after that. After that certain period, I can't tell you when. I can't say when. If you're chosen, you just know. You just know that you can't deal with people. After this certain threshold, you just know you're done. I don't know if you all get like that, but it's like, I can't go back to that. I can't deal with that. They've done too much. It's like, people. It's like people have crossed the line too much for you to go back. They've done too much for you to go back. Oh, that's what it is. It's called getting older. We don't have the patience. Quantum wave pattern. Look, I guess we don't have tolerance. And to be honest, I've always been like this. I don't think it's being older. I think it's just being wired a certain way. It just, because I remember I used to be like this when I was younger. Like I would have friends and I would be nice to them and kind to them, and you know, and then after so many instances of them being wishy-washy, after I'm trying to, run behind them and secure their friendship, it's like, you know what, I'm gone. I'm done. I'm tired of doing this. I am tired. After so many of those, it's like I'm out, you know? But I've always been this way. Comes to think of, I've always been this way, even when I was younger. Yes, it's like I always been like, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is, Keisha. It's almost like, now this is what I don't have time for. I don't have time to be forced in relationships anymore. Me, I used to just force relationships and be like trying to befriend people, trying to, build. I don't do that anymore. I don't have the energy. Hey, Anaya's Faith, but I believe in good friendships though. I'm the type, I'm not the type that want to live in the world by myself, because I know God didn't make us that way. It is good to have good friendships, kingdom friendships, and we just got to pray for those. For one, we have to become the friend. We have to become the friend that we want someone to be to us. And unfortunately, I've always been that friend. I've always been that person. I do too. I believe in love and friendships. I never stop believing in that. I believe in love, kingdom friendships. I believe in all that. I'm that type of friend that's gonna ride or die. A true ride or die. And sometimes when you're that type of friend, people usually, tend to take advantage of you. Right? I'm the type of friend that I have a lot of grace. I have a lot of grace for people because I know where I come from. I know how I used to be. So I have a lot of grace for people. And like I said, sometimes people take advantage of that. I'm that type of friend. I like to talk about things. We're not going to be walking around pissy mad and you got a problem. No, let's discuss it. Let's discuss whatever the problems. If I said something wrong or if I did something wrong, let's talk about it. We're not going to be walking around in this stank energy, being in this stank energy and this pissy energy, man. No, we're adults. We should be able to talk about it and laugh about it and move on. Laugh about it and move on. Now, if it's a continual thing, then it's a problem. Then it's a problem. Right? And sometimes you do have to part ways. Sometimes you have to part ways with friends you want to keep. And I believe that people are seasonal. I believe people are seasonal. I really do. And unfortunately, I know we want to keep people around for a long time and forever. But if you don't have a true kingdom friend, most of your friends who you are around, and you had them from childhood, if they have not grown with you, most of those people are not friends. Your friends. Most of those people are around you because of what you could do for them and what you represent, the connections. The connections. Hello, Forever Mimi. That they're around for what you can provide for them. If they haven't grown with you, they're not your true friends. They're not your true friends. And some people are only friends because of how you became friends. Are y'all part of the same organization? Are you all part of the same church? Are you all part of you went to the same high school? Like, how is that friendship outside of what connected you all together? Me too, and Anaya's Faith Jones. Anaya's Faith Jones, me too. Yes, something in common. Yeah, what other than that? Other than what is that relationship built on? If it's, you know, trauma. Some of us got friends that's built, you know, we got trauma bonds to people. We both had dysfunctional childhoods, you know. You got to find out why. You got to find out why you connected to people. And then remove whatever it is that has that commonality. Remove that and see will that person still be your friend? Would you still consider that person to be your friend if y'all didn't have whatever commonality? Y'all like to dress, shop at the same place, whatever. Childhood friends, you know, like grew up in the same development, grew up in the same community, went to the same school. Because I consider myself to be a very friendly person. Growing up, I had a lot of friends. Like in high school, I had a lot of friends because I'm a likable person. To not like me, you got a problem. I'm going to be honest. Look, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm a very likable person. I've always been that way. I can talk to anybody. That's why I know people who have a problem with me, they got issues. I'm going to be honest, they got issues because I'm a very kind, considerate, likable. I can talk to anybody. I like talking to people, you know. I just like people. God gave me that gift to really like people. I don't want to run from people, but I like good energy people. And I like people who like me back. Look, I like people who like me back, and I like people who, you know, are very welcoming and pleasant and, you know, very approachable, because everybody's not approachable. Some people walking around like they're ready to bust a fuse any day, okay? They're walking around like a heart attack waiting to happen. Like if you say boo, they may fall out. Just look, Keisha. Some people I be scared to say something too. Like, they may blow up some stuff. I don't know if you two gonna take this down by me saying that word, because you know they guard every word. But some people I just be like, I can't say nothing to them. Look, fam, Keisha, look, I be like, I can't say nothing to them, you know, because I'm a very likable person. For a person not to like me, they got issues. I'm gonna be honest. It's not like I'm kissing up or sucking up to people, and that's not me. I'm a natural likable person. You know how you find those people that are just natural likable? I'm that type of person. Even my kids will tell you, I go to place, they be like, Mama, you know them? I'm like, no, because I talk to people like their family, like I've known them for years, you know, and I be myself. I talk just like this. I be like, child. I be like, baby, no, you can't do that. Don't do that, you know, because I'm Southern. So Southern people, we have different like mannerisms. When you're country, Southern, you grew up around old people, you tend to pick up some of their mannerisms. So some things are just stuck with me, you know. At work, I even have to try to switch it off and be more professional, not being ghetto at work or anything like that. But, you know, you can't call people baby and honey and sugar and all that at work and dear, because some people take offense to that, you know. So I have to be mindful and try to think where I'm at, because that's just a habit. I mean, a real habit. But, and it's just a figure of speech, and you don't want nobody to, you know, take offense. Because I worked with someone who had took offense to the girl calling her baby all the time. And it's nothing, you know, she did intentionally. That's just how she, you know, grew up. And it's hard to turn that off when you're being yourself. Right? So I'm sure you won't, Quantum. And see, that's why I have to be careful, because too, I don't want nobody to feel like I'm trying to flirt with them or coming on to them or anything like that, you know. And I tend to, you know, call, you know, people that, like, honey, you know, like if I'm in the store, I'm going to pick up water and stuff by myself. I'll be like, honey, could you, you know, like, dear, sweetheart. And then I don't want them to feel like I'm flirting, because men be liking that stuff. They be wanting women to ask them to do stuff. I'll be in the store, and I notice men like for women to be asking them. They like to help. When you have a pleasant spirit, men don't mind helping. Yeah, they like to help. And I'd be like, dear, could you get this? And they be waiting like, do you want me to get something else? No, I just want the waters right there. You know, look, they be looking like, you want me to, no, that's it. I just want the waters and that's it. They be like, they be looking like, they be want me to take them around to help shop. No, I just want you to get the waters. That's it, you know. And I asked kindly, I was like, could you please do this and please do that? I don't want to do everything by myself. I'm not one of them type of women. Listen, help me. I don't want to carry my wrist. Like they say, my wrist broke. I don't want to do nothing. For real, Keisha, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be soft and I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to be working hard for nothing. I want stuff to come to me and attract stuff to me. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do no hard work. When I run my business, I want to attract clients. I don't want to be chasing clients and hustling and bustling and, you know, beating people side the head. Come buy my products. No, I want them to choose. I want people to choose. That's why that's why I don't get involved in a lot of these tactics that people do for their business. No, I understand. No, I understand hustling. I grew up doing all that, but I don't want to do that because I know there's another way. You don't have, as women, we don't have to do that. You know, like, I'm not saying I don't want to work because I have a business, you know, I have a coaching business. I'm not saying I don't want to work, but I don't want to be in that chaser energy. You know, there's a difference between being in that chaser energy and attracting clients to you. Like, there's a different type of mindset. There's a different type of energy you have. Because all my life, that's all I did is hustle. Yeah, I sell anything. Anything that wasn't moving, I was selling it. I told people, the only thing I didn't sell was my body and controlled substances. I'm sorry to tell y'all that, but I'm just being honest. But I used to sell everything. Anything that's not moving, I'm selling it. Listen, I'm just being honest. I didn't mean to say that on here, but I don't know. I didn't know what else to say. But yeah, I always had this hustle about me. It's just in me, you know. Like when you grow up and raised by your grandparents, and I was the type that I never wanted to be a burden to my grandparents, so I never wanted to be asking for stuff. Which I got anything that I wanted. I got anything that I wanted from them, but I just was the type that didn't want to be a burden. You know, when you consider it, okay, when you're very mindful, very demure, very cutesy. Well, look, I've always been mindful because I didn't want to just be asking for things just to get it. You know, I didn't want to ask for things just to be getting it because I could, you know. And my grandfather, when I was 16, he bought me a car. They didn't have money like that, but he still bought me a car. I had a Chevrolet Cavalier. And I just didn't want, I wasn't the type of child that always wanted the next big thing. And, you know, I didn't keep up with the Joneses. I wasn't into the name brands and stuff like that. Still not. I just don't see myself into all that. You know, I'll buy me a nice purse, but I'm not into like, you know, I'm not into like expensive items. Not saying I'm cheap, but I'm not saying I'm into, you know, brand names and that I have to have it. You know how some kids had to have certain brands in school? Not me. As long as it's cute, I'm good. I was good. But I've never been that child to put all that pressure on my grandparents. You know, yeah, I wasn't that child to want to put all that pressure. You know, like when, you know, in the black community, when prom come around, it's like they do everything extravagant. And there's nothing wrong with that. Enjoy your prom. I went to one of my proms, but I wasn't the type that, oh, I got to go get this. I'm going to make my grandmother them get me a car. And I wasn't into that. I wasn't that didn't appeal to me. I just was so thoughtful of my grandparents and knowing they was on a fixed income. Like my grandfather was getting his Social Security. My grandmother was getting disability. And although my grandfather still kind of worked under the table, Lord rest his soul, I just didn't want to be no burden. I didn't want to be no burden. Yep. Yeah, I didn't want to be no burden. I didn't want to be, you know, weighing down on that, weighing down and pressuring them. I was a teen mom, Quantum, but I didn't get pregnant in high school. I got pregnant right after high school, but I was already on my own. I was living on my own, taking care of myself at the age of 19. I was already an adult. Well, adulting, trying to be an adult, and I still was a baby, thinking I was grown. But sometimes it is sad, but at the same time, it could be a blessing when you have a child, because I know my children pushed me. When I had my son at 19, he pushed me to want to do more and give him more, pushed me to want to finish college and just make a better life for them, So it all depends on the person, because I definitely was a teen mom. Although I was on my own, paying my own bills, working, I was a teen mom. I was still a teen mom. But I made it through high school without a baby. And it's not the end of the world. Sometimes them babies save you. I know my son saved me. My kids saved me. They protected me and kept me level-headed. They gave me something to work towards. Yep. Because I used to party and all that. I'm not going to sit here and talk about like I'm, a saint. Oh, that's the right thing to do. Quantum, yeah, that's the right thing to do. Have a plan, and I would advise anybody to plan for a child. Because, folks just be having children. That my son definitely wasn't planned. That was like, look, it wasn't my plan. I said it was God's plan, but it definitely wasn't my plan. Yeah, it was not my plan. But I thank God, because he knew what he was doing. God knew what he was doing. He knew if I didn't have that baby, he knew if I didn't have my son, there's no telling where I would be. There's no telling where I would be if I did not have my son. Yep. Hello. How was work? I am tired, girl. He's gonna drop you off to work tomorrow.
What happened?
I said he'll drop you off.
Oh, okay.
How was work?
Got you on live.
Yeah, Mom. Did you like it?
I did. It was very, well, for now it was slow paced, but they said at the new location it'll be faster. But I do like the slowness. You doing it the slow pace?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
But my baby's here, so I gotta go. I'll talk to you all later. Oh, forever, Mimi. Oh my goodness, sorry to hear that. How many children did you have? That's devastating. Miss Betsy need to say hello.
Who?
Miss Betsy, one of my family members. She said, tell your daughter I say hello. So I'm telling you hello. Good night. Good night, Keisha. But Quantum, forever, Mimi, I'm sorry to hear that, dear. But I have to go. My daughter's here. We got to get home. See, my eyes are tired. So you all be blessed. Bye-bye.